Hello, hello. It is Friday and we are back live as always. Not as always, actually. We've been a little bit off the schedule lately. We've not been slackers. We've been
We're in
working
a
our
cool
butts
place
off.
though today.
We're in a cool place. So my name is Laci. If you've just tuned in or this is your first time, I am your Las Vegas gal. This is Amber Coleman. This is your Las Vegas lender and
that's a good saying right there.
We are here though today at a really beautiful condo that I've got on the market for sale that we're going to be showing you at the end. So if you want to see a tour of this amazing downtown mid-rise condo, stay tuned. We're super excited to show it to you. But before we get into that, we thought it would be kind of cool to talk through financing in general when it comes to condos versus townhouses versus houses, because there's a lot of things people don't really know. They don't understand that like it's a whole different ballgame when you want to buy a condo, right?
It's a different world.
Different world.
Yep.
So I brought number 166 in the nation. That almost came out of my mouth the right way. Number 166 in the nation, Amber Coleman, the expert of everything as it relates to home loans and anything you want to do. She is a dog with a bone. She's not someone who takes no for an answer. So we're going to talk through the ups and downs, the ins and outs of, like I said, the condo versus house financing. Stay tuned to the end though, guys, because we are going to do a really cool house tour. We're going to walk around and show you this amazing downtown bachelor pad, if you will. Also, at the end of the day, if at all you have questions, this is for you. We want you to do it live while we're here so we can answer your questions. So drop your questions like it's hot in the comment box below. We will answer them throughout the live stream and towards the end. Don't tune away because we want you to see this freaking house. It's awesome.
And trust me, it's worth waiting.
It's very, very cool. We're downtown Las Vegas. I'm going to show you the view.
The view is
amazing.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Amber, I want to kind of just jump in pretty quickly here to what's the deal with condo financing and with house financing when it comes to like qualifications? Like if I'm not sure which one I want to buy, could the financing component or the process deter me one way or another?
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
tell me why.
Yeah. Okay, so if you think about it like this, the house, you own the house, you own the land, you own the walls, the roof, right?
Let me put this on screen because I think this will help us a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
So when you buy a condo, you own the space within the walls.
Yeah, condo, you just own what's inside the walls. So you own just inside your walls, right? The HOA owns the ground, they own the roof, they own everything else.
Got it.
Right? So when you're financing for a condo, you have to be able to finance, you're looked at as a borrower to be able to get the loan. And then the HOA is looked at almost as equally as you are.
So when you're financing for a condo, you're not the only one in the game that has to be approved. The HOA has to be approved also.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The HOA has to be approved, and the HOA has to do upfront things to be able to get approved. So like, there's a list right now, like, so if you're looking at FHA financing, when you buy a condo, it's going to be a lot harder. Because there's not a lot of condos that meet FHA requirements. Like FHA has their list of what they require to be able to be approved through FHA. Conventional has their list too. And when you're talking about conventional, it's both Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. So they both have different lists on approving condos. So sometimes I'll say to you, this one's approved Fannie Mae. Doesn't mean anything to you because it's still conventional. Right. But it just gives me more guidelines if I can go both ways.
So
then VA the same.
When we look at people who have a lower budget, who are just trying to kind of, get in and get their foot in the door for investments, a lot of times the FHA loan is the one that we go for because it has the lower down payment requirement, a 3.5% down. Right. So when I'm looking at FHA and I'm dead set on, I know my budget's only going to be able to afford me a condo, I'm going to have very limited options.
Very limited options. And the thing about it too is that when you're looking at FHA, what I'll do is I'm going to send over a list of all the condos that are approved FHA right now in Valley. Right. But then you got to find your price range in those condos. You got to find what you like within those condos. And it's a limited pool of things.
It shrinks. It's like trying to buy a single story house in Las Vegas with a pool. You went from 400 options to 4. Right. It's basically the same.
It definitely shrinks it in high, and you can't look that stuff on the MLS too. I wish the MLS kind of had that.
Yeah,
where you could
that would be helpful.
Okay, this is FHA approved. This is VA approved. And the other thing is too, with condos, depending on the age, you're going to get different taxes and you're going to get different HOAs.
Yeah, so, HOA is a big deal, which we'll talk about with condos for sure. But I really didn't realize that it really does shrink the pool that much when it comes to buying a condo. Because like a lot of people who want to buy condos, again, are just don't make a lot of money and they're kind of starting out, which is awesome, which we want you to do. So going FHA for a condo is much more limited pool. But I also guess I never thought of it the way you said, that you're not the only one that has to be approved. The HOA has to be approved by the lender as well.
Yeah.
That's like a whole,
That's
it's like
the
you're
big
like
thing.
buying something with people you don't know. You have no say in what they do. They could
Yeah.
completely screw the whole loan if they don't do it right.
So the big thing about the HOA is their budget. They have to, so what FHA and what Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA are looking at is they're looking a lot at, is there litigation in the condo?
Right.
Is there, which means are there people that are suing the condo? Is there problems with the condo that they're going to be getting more
Could there have been
lawsuits
injuries
for?
or something that happened on site that's still pending litigation?
Yeah, or like structural litigation is a big one.
Right.
Like then you have a hard time with financing. And then they're also looking at budget. So the condo is going to collect so much in HOAs from you who's buying it, right? They have to hold so much in reserves back just in case something happens. So if insurance goes higher than what they had planned because they have a master insurance policy, then then they could be messed up on the budget.
Yeah, we just had that happen,
at a lot
actually.
of different things. Yeah.
So we had a client who was very much just trying to get her foot in the door with purchasing. It was under 300,000. I think we're right at 300,000. She was purchasing this cute condo. Everything was great. The agent was great. The seller was great. Repairs were done. Like it was like, oh, this is easy peasy.
Perfect.
And then boom, we get towards the end and it was like, oh wait, the condo community hasn't done their job. The HOA hasn't done their job with the insurance. And we were delayed almost a month.
Yeah. So here's the thing to look for when you're buying a condo.
Yeah.
Because that was a perfect example.
Yeah.
That one all worked out great. So she closed. She's in her house.
She's in her house. She got her
everything
keys. It was not
But
without stress.
It took a minute because the HOA is definitely going to delay you. But here's the thing to look for in condos. If they have a master insurance policy that covers the insurance of the property. Like something happens, you have to have insurance on everything, right? The insurance costs are going up right now because of things that are happening outside the Las Vegas, like Florida, Texas, California. They're having a lot of things that cause insurance companies to go up. So if their master and policy goes higher and then it affects their budget, then that can affect the qualifying for the HOA.
It can also affect HOA dues the next round when they up dues and down dues, right?
It can affect
they never go down. What am I talking about?
In the in between the dues, then they have to be able to make sure that they have enough reserves in their budget and stuff like that to be able to hit the financing. So when somebody's looking to buy a condo right now, the first thing that I'm asking the HOA is, when is your renewal for your insurance?
Right.
You know, like in between getting all of the other stuff, we want to make sure that you as the buyer are covered with all of that stuff that could be a little bit tricky on the condo.
If you're just tuning in, we are doing this live stream from a gorgeous downtown mid-rise condo that's located right in the heart, like literally I can see Fremont Street right out the window. We're going to do a tour of the condo. We're going to try to do a tour live of the condo. We set up some stuff and we have our friend Jake here that's going to help do the camera work. So stay tuned to the end. We're definitely really excited about that. And we want to make sure that we're able to show this beautiful space. It's for sale, by the way, just so you know.
It's really cute.
It's furnished. So if you're looking for a drop into Vegas and create a cool vibe, this is it. But before we do that, I want to just answer some more questions regarding condos. So starting from the beginning, as we talked about, it's harder to get approved for a condo when it comes to financing, because not only are you on the hook for it, the HOA is on the hook for it.
You got to watch the HOAs.
Yeah. Some other stuff that you guys should just be aware of when you're buying a condo is you only own the space within the walls, right? So when you own a house, you own the house, you own the roof, you own the land that it sits on up to the property line. With the condo, that's not the case. Traditionally, they're going to find these as a lower priced purchase, right? Condos for the most part. There are some $7 million condos here in Vegas and Summerlin. Not sure if you knew that, but there are. It's ridiculous. But with that being said, a higher purchase price will happen for the house. Typically for condos, you're going to get a little bit of a higher HOA, normally because they offer more amenities, but also because of all the things you just talked about, the master insurance plan, the roof fixings, the guard downstairs,
the elevators,
parking, all of it, right? There's stuff that you don't realize, like that there's maintenance for, so they have to make sure they'll be able to pay for it. And it is strict financing, not as strict, obviously, with the house. And also sometimes you can find houses without HOAs. So wanted to just make sure we touched on a few of those items, because I think it's important. I didn't even know when you bought a condo. When I first started in the industry, I learned it. But prior to that, I didn't realize you only own what's inside.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think about that, but I just didn't as a new
why
person.
would you? Like, why would you? You just think you're buying your place.
So you really are, you have less control with a condo, in terms of rules and fees and things that come your way, but they can be a really amazing step into the industry.
Absolutely.
When it comes to buying a house.
I love condos. You just have to know what to look for. Like I have a condo. So You just have to know what to look for when you're buying them. And then, with the HOAs and stuff. And that's what we do. Like, that's what we're going to order everything literally under the sun for the HOA.
Yeah. We'll make sure that we're doing the vetting for you.
If they're slow, if they're this, if they're that, and then what it is. So you're going to have all the information. It's not to say stay away from HOA or stay away from condos because of the HOAs. It's just go in with it and then look at everything within it.
With eyes wide open.
Because I think condos are like, there's less maintenance. I like it because of the maintenance. I like it because
it does work for a lot of people. The people that don't want a yard, they don't want to worry about the roof. They just want to go in, do their thing and leave when they want to and not have to worry about it. So condos are a great investment. Let's talk about, like, when it comes to financing a condo, what are some things that I need to be aware of other than making sure if I'm doing FHA that it's FHA approved? What are some other things that I should be asking myself or just thinking about when I'm trying to prepare myself for qualification? Well,
like for qualifications of a condo, certain condos, you have to put a little bit more money down.
True.
Because of the financing. So that's one thing to ask. So like if you're looking at a 3% or 3.5% down program, then we got to weigh our options between the two, because not every condo is going to fit into that.
Absolutely.
So definitely what you're going to be putting down. The HOA is definitely a big factor. Sometimes though, the HOAs cover some of the utilities too though. So sometimes you can look at a condo and they have higher HOAs, but they cover like TV, internet, some of the utilities, stuff like that. So then it washes it out. So the HOA might look super high,
but if you add
it actually covers a lot of stuff. So it makes it a little bit more convenient.
Absolutely.
But you do have to debt ratio for that stuff. So, like we have to just make sure it fits into the debt ratio.
So just so you guys know, when you are qualifying, I'm glad you brought up debt ratio. A lot of people don't realize the payment is not just the only thing that you have to consider that applies towards whether or not you can afford the home. The HOA is also looked at by the lender. Like they want, because if you don't pay your HOA dues, they can put a lien. Like this becomes a problem, right? So
we got to make sure you can afford.
You got to make sure you can afford the damn house, right? So, so if you're thinking about buying a condo and you're on a lower budget, like under 400,000, because keep in mind, guys, our median home price right now for condos is about 300, and our median home price for houses is 500,000 as of last month. So it's really, things are starting to creep up there. So if you're under that $400,000 range and you're looking for a condo, you can usually get them under 3 even. It's kind of cool. There's some great prices. Don't count out the fact that, using an FHA loan, you're going to have a smaller pool to choose from because the condo HOA has to be approved by the FHA, and FHA is very strict. They're very, very strict. So
they're very strict with condos. Yeah. So
you can do it. It is possible. It is just a smaller pool to choose from and a little bit more of an uphill battle. Now without FHA, and we look at conventional, there are conventional loans that allow you to do lower down payment, right? I used to even have the misunderstanding that if it's a conventional, it must be 10 or 20% down.
A lot of people think that.
I don't know what that's about.
Crazy.
Yeah. So talk to me about, let's talk about that right now. So if I want to buy a condo, I can't do FHA because I want to have as many to choose from as possible. I want to do low down payment. What do I got to do?
So conventional does offer for first-time home buyers, or if you fit within a certain category of income, they do offer 3% down.
So that's even better than FHA, 3% down.
It is better than FHA.
But I'm waiting for the but.
Well, I mean, it's not really a but. Like if you have good FICO scores, a lot of times the numbers do work out better than FHA.
Okay.
So, but if your FICO scores are a little bit lower, then FHA usually works out better for you.
Okay, got it.
Or like if you're not a first-time home buyer, you could do 5% down. So that's still not. It's still not bad.
That's great. I mean, so many people just assume it's 20%. It's not 20%.
That's a misconception.
It's nowhere near 20%.
It's only 20% if you don't have any mortgage insurance. So I think that's where the misconception is, because if you do a conventional and you have 20% equity in the house and you don't have mortgage insurance, anything above 20% equity, you're going to have mortgage insurance in one way, shape, or form, other than like veterans. And there's some ways you could buy out the mortgage insurance. There's more ways of playing with it on a conventional side.
Most lenders don't talk about that because they don't think creatively. This woman is nothing but a creative bucket. She's basically a bucket of crayons, Crayola crayons. She's just coloring outside the lines all day and just really doing what she needs to do to make sure that you're getting the best deal, the best rates, all the best, right?
I love that. The visual that I got there.
Because you are. So I want to pull up, maybe I can make this bigger. Conventional financing options. This is from you guys, right? At Guild Mortgage. You guys are offering conventional financing options as little as 3% down, up to $1 over conforming loan limits, and credit scores as low as 620, which is awesome. That's great.
Yeah. So conventional financing, if it doesn't qualify for FHA, that's the lowest you can go on conventional is the 3% down. And there's a lot of different ways with conventional. So remember, like you can maneuver mortgage insurance. Sometimes you can pay it up front. Sometimes you could do a lot of different things with it to be able to make it work. So FHA is not the only game in town when it comes to condos or when it comes to really anything.
Comes to any loan. Yeah. So FHA financing for condos with through you guys as little as 3.5% with credit scores starting at 580. So if FHA is something you still need to do, guys, because your credit kind of is in the lower section of the range, it's okay. We can still do it. We just need to make sure that you understand that there's going to be a smaller pool to choose from. No biggie.
Yeah, you just look for condos that are, because I have a list of all the condos that are approved in the Valley for FHA. Plus FHA, if the condo looks like it's close, and I've done this before. I've done it before where I've gotten messed up, and I've done it before where it's gone through.
Right.
So they allow a spot approval for the condo community. So basically, like if the HOA is not already approved FHA, they'll allow me to send it in for approval just for that one transaction without approving the whole thing. So I've had that be success before, and then I've had it be
once again. She will fight for you. Look at this. This woman's going around the corners and not taking no for an answer. She's literally the 166 in the nation for a reason. That's all. I just had to say that. Sorry. Just every time you open your mouth, I'm like, see, this is why people need to work with you. When it comes to VA though, talk to me about VA, because VA is obviously the best loan out there, of course.
If
and
you're
it should
a veteran,
be for our
want to
veterans.
use VA hands down. Yeah.
Okay.
So VA financing is pretty similar to like conventional financing when it comes to condos. Like how they look at the HOA is similar to conventional. So a lot of times if you could do conventional, you could do VA too. So there's a lot more options open there on condos for VA.
Okay, gotcha. All right, now let me go back here. We've got a couple of questions coming in. First of all, thank you all for tuning in. Really quickly, we are downtown in Las Vegas. I'm literally right outside here is Fremont Street and all the cool stuff. We're going to tour this gorgeous condo, mid-rise condo. I was gonna say townhome, mid-rise condo that I have listed for sale, furnished under 500,000, guys. It's listed at 480 something. I think I got to check the listing, but we're in a really good spot. So if you're thinking about buying a condo, this is an amazing spot. I've lived downtown, down the street. Spot. It's dope.
It's worth the wait.
So hang to the end. We're going to do that in about 10 minutes. In the meantime, let's answer some questions here. So Trevor Pano says, between a condo and a house, I would have a house with a pool in the backyard. Well, that's everybody's dream, I think. And I love that idea. That's awesome. This one says, Chrissy's life, is it harder to get a condo through FHA loan? I have no clue. So we kind of touched on that a little bit, Chrissy, but it's not that it's harder to get it. It's just less to choose from. And Amber's the kind of lender who can really walk you through the possibilities and really look at all angles. Am I right?
Yeah. FHA just has a little bit more to look at. Like they initially will approve condos, but like if a condo it looks like it fits within all the budget and everything, we can submit it in for a spot approval on FHA.
Good idea.
Sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. So we have to look at the condo beforehand. But don't let because you're doing FHA financing hold you back from looking at condos.
Not at all.
We're just going to send you out with a little bit more information.
Awesome. Okay, DLVTT says, is there a limit to how much an HOA fees can increase per year? And can an HOA fee be negotiated? Unfortunately, HOA fees are non-negotiable. It is take it as you take it. That would be, I would take some negotiating classes.
Be like negotiating that to $1.
Someone in from an expert negotiations panel to get me the best deal. No, they're not negotiable. And unfortunately, there's a lot of things written into each and every HOA's guidelines and their rules and regulations. They call them the CC&Rs. So the CC&Rs are the community something and regulations, community. I can't think of the covenants of every. I don't know what the CC&R stands for right now, but
I'm impressed that you tried to.
I almost did. I forgot the middle word, but with that being said, they'll outline what their rules are. Covenants. Thank you. Rules are related to how much they can increase per year, but yeah, you can guarantee it's going to go up over time. But I'll be real with you. In Las Vegas, I've seen HOAs are not strict like they are in other areas of the world. They're not like California where they're measuring your grass with a ruler and things like that. We might get there if people get out of hand, but over the years I've seen a few people buy in HOA communities, and I've only seen small incremental changes. The only time something really big shifts is if there's the gate breaks and they don't have enough in the budget or the reserve to cover it, or inflation, or who knows. So good question. Mostly inflation. Yeah. Oscar Love says, I don't know nothing about nothing, but I work for the government. As far as maintenance costs, would condos be less expensive? Yeah, absolutely. However, the HOA fees are going to be higher.
Yeah, there's the HOA, but then you don't have yard costs. You don't have, like pool costs. You don't have and when you're in a high rise, it's like, it doesn't even get dusty.
Yeah. So yes, maintenance is less, but you're kind of covering the other maintenance that you don't think about, which is the gate, the elevator, the pool, the gym, all the stuff that the guard downstairs.
It's probably a wash in the end. If you think about it,
it's probably a wash.
It's probably a wash. Yeah.
Nita Applebaum, hey girl, says, is it realistic to buy multifamily, particularly duplex in Las Vegas and surrounding cities? What say you? I have an answer.
Well, it's definitely possible, but there's been few that I've actually financed because there's not very many built here.
There's not very many.
Yeah.
So duplexes are very, very rare in Las Vegas, very rare. Multifamily communities. I know that there's a lot of you guys who want to do house hacking and you want to do the whole live in one area and let the mortgage of the others pay, like the rent. I love it. Love that you guys want to be creative. Unfortunately, the multifamily world in Vegas has exploded in pricing, and people who want them know why they want them, and they cash flow them and they make a lot of money, and it's great. Beyond that though, there's just not that many available. So if you have like a hefty budget, you could probably come in and scoop one, but it's not going to be a house hacking kind of vibe, if you will. Yeah. Good question. Okay. So other than that, Amber, I just wanted to just make sure that, is there anything else that you can think of that people should know when they're thinking about buying a house versus a condo, things to be aware of on the financing side? And then beyond what we covered already, which was this right here, is that, when you own a condo versus a house, these are some of the things that you need to keep in mind. Traditionally lower purchase price, higher purchase price for the houses, typically higher HOA, sometimes no HOA for the homes, which is nice. Strict financing for condos, and definitely strict financing for houses, but not as strict, of course. Is there anything that we're forgetting?
So one thing that I'll touch on is that some condos, when you look at it and it says it's not conventionally approved or it's not FHA approved, sometimes you can send it in for what's called a limited review. Okay. So like if you're going to put down, this is just straight for conventional financing. Right. So if you put down like 10% on the house, I can run it through an automated the automated underwriting system. And a lot of times if it gets a limited review on the condo, then we're not collecting as much from the HOA. Okay. So there's not as tight of a look. They're not looking at the HOA as hard as they would normally look at it if you're putting down a sizable down payment on it, and a lot of condos. So just kind of throwing that out there. So now this is a listing that I have on the market right now. It's in one of the really cool mid-rises downtown called Jewel. Awesome, very modern, very chic, very, open. I feel lofty, if you will. It does. Talk to me. I know you were looking at some stuff on the back end about this property. Tell me kind of what you were seeing with that. I can pull up the email that you were sharing with me if you want. No, it's okay. So with looking at, just like when you're out looking at condos, just like we did this one. Let's say they want to buy this. Right. So Laci sends me the address and says, hey, can you check on this condo? So I have a condo desk that's really like the condo desk is, I was going to say it's like a system, like a portal. No, it's not a portal. Like I have actual people that have to, because the condos aren't really, their HOAs aren't as automated as we would hope they'd be one day, maybe possibly. So you have to talk to people. So I reach out to the condo desk and I say, hey, can you look up this address? Because Guild's a big company. So there's chances are we've done loans in most every condo development in Vegas. Right. So I asked them, okay, have you already gotten the HOA package on this one? Can you look and see what type of financing that we can do on this one? Right. So reached out to them. They gave me a couple warnings, like the renewal for the insurance is about to come up. So that's something we want to check on. But this one is approved to do Fannie Mae. Like we can do a Fannie Mae loan in here, which is a conventional loan. Awesome. In here. So as low as 3% down, as low as 3% down. Yeah. And then we'll just have to update their questionnaire, on it. But like right now it's currently approved to do Fannie Mae financing. Awesome. It's not approved to do FHA financing, but we could do 3% down on conventional financing. So. And up to, as low as 620 credit score, if I'm not mistaken, right? So that's the thing, guys, is like, this is going to be a gorgeous condo. We're going to walk through it. Jake, can I get you over here? We're going to start the camera work here in a second. This is new for us. We've only done this a few times. So give us a minute. Jake's trying to keep those hands steady right now. We're gonna try to do this. So hang tight. I just want to make sure I have the details on the house. So give me 1 second, guys. So this house, just this condo, amazing. The problem with this one, though, sadly, is that we actually had it under contract, which was awesome. We were literally to the day that we were going to close. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. This is amazing. It was furnished. Everything you see that we're going to see today is included in the house. $500,000 cash buyer, great. The day of closing. And the buyer already owns 3 other units in this community, but the day of closing, something happened. They made a choice to cancel. They left their earnest money on the table, gave the money to my seller, and out they went. So
We're back on the market for no damn reason. There wasn't a problem with the loan. There wasn't a problem with the condo. We were literally to the closing day, and these people just had something personal happen, and here we are. So I'm going to walk you through this.
At least he's 7,000 richer, though.
He's 7,000 richer is going to cover us while we try to get it relisted. So I'm going to switch over. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. So actually, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to mute here.
All right. You're good here.
All right. Okay. Okay, so I hope we got it. Okay, this is me and Amber. All right, Jake, let's start at the beginning. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Will you let me know what the comments say? Oh my God, this is just like to live in a mid-rise.
Is that really on the?
That's happening. They're doing a fire alarm test right now. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, I'm gonna mute this. Oh.
This is the live, Mike.
Is this for real right now? Okay, guys, I'm gonna mute this so you don't have to hear it. I can't believe this is happening right now.
Well, hurry up and watch this.
All right, I'm gonna walk through. Here, mute that if it's. Let us know. Can you guys hear me? Will you comment and let us know if you can hear me? I can't believe this. I can't believe they're testing the fire system. So let's walk through this bad boy.
Hold on. Close.
How about now? Alrighty, we might have to forego this. How about now? You can see me? Okay, we're gonna go slow. Okay, so we're walking in. We're in a mid-rise in downtown Las Vegas. Main entry. This is considered a 2-bed, even though it's not technically a 2-bedroom. The owner of this has done some really good work on upgrading all of this different areas and really customizing it. So they don't all come like this. This is my client who went through and personally hand chose all of the different fix. Okay, let me see. It's okay. You unmuted it? Can you guys hear me? If you can't hear me, this is going to be a total bust. Anyway, follow me. So right when you walk in, you've got the first bedroom. Can they hear me, Amber? I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Okay, we're just going to cut it then. Never mind. Okay, let's just walk around. Hey, mute that. All right, we are not having the best of luck here. So they started a fire system test while we were talking to you, which is whatever. It's saying they can hear me now. So either way, I'm gonna do this from here. Jake, will you walk around the house slowly? Sorry, guys, we were trying something snazzy and it didn't quite do its thing. So that's okay though. We've got a balcony outside. It's a little laggy, so thank you guys for your patience. We're gonna do better next time, but we thought this would be fun. Look at this view. 8th floor. Go back out there and show the view, Jake. He did not hear me. Okay. Here's the kitchen. This is all furnished, guys. So this seller has really done an amazing job. I've done a video about this already. You can watch it on my channel. Seller's done an incredible job doing their thing in terms of upgrades. I appreciate you guys letting me know you could hear me.
Oh, you could hear. Maybe
it's
it was
fine.
Because it was muted on my side.
It's all good.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna try to still do this. They've got beautiful upgrades throughout the house. This is kind of a janky walkthrough, but no biggie. No, we don't want to look in the fridge. Thanks, Jake. No, please move slower. Okay. So this is the open living room, which is great. This is a gorgeous loft style. Can we just look at the, look behind us, Jake, and look at the view? And if it's too bright, just tap the screen. This is what I wanted you guys to see. I appreciate you guys' patience for trying.
You guys are awesome.
This is amazing. So we've got downtown Las Vegas. It's a wraparound kind of vibe. Got wraparound windows, all of downtown Vegas. It's amazing. I appreciate your guys' feedback. Thank you so much. Yeah, somebody said he was hungry. Jake was hungry. That's why he went into the thing. Hi. He's always hungry. So will you stand over there and kind of do a real slow pan, slow pan, slow. Get out of the fridge, Jake. All these people are telling you to get out of the fridge. This is hilarious. Turn. This is a Murphy bed. So this isn't technically a 2-bedroom. It's listed as a 2-bed.
Murphy bed,
But you could close this section off right here, which is awesome. Please walk slow, they said, Jake. You could close this section off and make that, living room behind us, and then that could be its own bedroom. So it could be 2 bedrooms if you wanted. Would you go back through to the bedroom and let's show them that slowly? Here, I'm going to grab it from you and see if it'll help. Thank you for your help, Jake. Everybody give Jake a round of applause.
Good job, Jake.
All right. So this is the open living area. Beautiful accents and touches. Hi, Amber.
Hello.
Hi. This is so weird. Beautiful accents and touches. Tile wall. Look at this wraparound view.
It's
Incredible.
beautiful.
Very loft style, as you can see. Jake's amazing. Thank you, Jake.
The coloring in the condo is so nice too.
The whole city's adorable. It's my best friend right there. This is the kitchen. See, guys, it's just natural light, incredible view. And then I want to walk you into this bedroom here. The bedroom. Yeah, floor to ceiling. They've got some automatic sheets.
I can't hear you on it, but they said they could hear you before.
You explain what I'm doing?
Yeah. Okay, so she's in the 1 bedroom. The beautiful bathroom. You know what I liked is how big that the toilet room was in there. Okay, so they said they can't hear you now, Laci. Okay, now she's in the closet area. Look at the beautiful closet in there. The coloring in here is really good. And it's laid out very nicely too. It feels definitely like a bachelor pad in here. Yeah, I did like how big that room was in the bathroom. Yeah. Is that in the bedroom? Is that a balcony out there too?
Yeah, so it's the same balcony that comes to the kitchen. Thanks for taking over the narration. So if you're doing your dishes, guys, this is what it would look like.
Beautiful.
Look at those cute accent walls.
The accents are really good in here.
And then, yes, you've got this, which is awesome.
I love that little balcony.
Outdoor balcony. That's the bedroom.
Okay, and there's a bedroom door too to the little outdoor balcony. Look at that view. And you're literally in the central of everything in downtown Las Vegas.
Okay, so that was kind of a bust, but I hope you guys got the gist. I'm going to remove this. All right, sorry guys, that was a little bit of a bust, but super grateful for Jake. We'll do it better next time. We were kind of winging it, trying to figure it out, and it was definitely an experiment.
But at least the fire alarm didn't actually go off.
I cannot believe they started testing the freaking fire. Excuse me. Okay, well, so that's one thing when you buy a condo. You could have announcements made in your house that you didn't really ask for.
I thought it was on the computer. I'm like, oh, that's really here?
Say Golden Jen said, good job, Jake. John Durante, is it a safe, walkable neighborhood? This is downtown Vegas, so if you know anything about downtown Vegas, it's definitely a little more urban, a little bit more, walkable for sure. I lived not even 1 block away from here, and I would walk my dog at 3:00 in the morning with no issue. I loved living downtown as a single woman, 5'2", not a whole lot of meat on me. I definitely felt comfortable and safe.
This was your favorite place. You loved
my favorite place
downtown,
I've ever
right?
lived in my entire life. Now, the thing I will say is you have to be vigilant anywhere you live and you go. But there's still have some homeless people here and there. It's an urban environment, so you got to be prepared for that. As long as you know going in what you can expect, whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in this house, again, sorry for the choppy experience, but I thought it was kind of fun. Thanks for rolling with us. We're looking at $495,000 for this house, fully furnished as it is, ready to go. My client who's selling this house is the most meticulous client in terms of cleanliness and organization I've ever had in my entire career. She's amazing. He's amazing. Sorry. The one thing I will tell you, the HOA on this one is going to be $600 per month. Now, that to me was like, it's how much? $600 a month? But then I looked at number one, they've got a guard downstairs. So downstairs, they've got you check in with security. Security's pretty tight, right? Yeah. They've got private underground parking. They've got an amazing pool outside that's like a full pool. It's like a full floor of the entire building.
Upstairs or downstairs?
It's upstairs. It's upstairs.
It's on the roof?
Yep. It's like not on the roof, but halfway up. Overlooks the city. They've got incredible amenities, a beautiful 2-story gym.
Mhm.
So I think they even have a movie theater area. So they've got a lot of amenities that are going to fit into that 600. I do also
It's a
believe
lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle. They
Mhm.
cover, I think, your water, your trash, and a couple of other bills. So like Amber was saying earlier,
Mhm.
it can kind of balance itself
Yeah.
out. So, but it is $600 a month. So $495 is the purchase price. You can come in, we can, talk about making an offer and seeing what you can do, but it's fully furnished and it's a real awesome place
Not
to
only
live.
that, they did a really good job furnishing it.
Yeah. Furnishing's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Electric shades, Murphy bed that pulls down, very
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
accents, loft style, very open and airy. I actually would be very real with you. I tried to buy this. I wanted to buy this when we first put it on the market and I wasn't quite ready. And now that it's back on the market, I'm actually going to pull Amber aside and say, so what are we going to do to get me to buy this place? Because I just love it so much. And I think you would too. Fannie Mae, 3% down. Got to get my credit to where it needs to be. I think it's fine. 620. I think I'm okay above that. And then we'll talk about it. But if I don't buy it first, you might want to let me know. The property name is Jewel, Juhl. If you want to do some Googling, Jewel is a unique place because they have lots and lots of different layouts. So you don't just have like 2 or 3 models. They're very unique with how they've built out the community. So that's it. That's all she wrote for today. I hope you learned a little bit more today from you as well as from me about how not to do a walkthrough while you're doing a live stream, but also how to do a condo loan if you're looking to get a condo approved. It's okay if you want to buy a condo. If it's a lower priced thing and it's an entry level for you to invest in real estate, we want to make it happen. We're just going to give you some information so that you know what you're in for on all fronts. What do you think?
Love it.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back next Friday for sure. I'm going to actually try to come in and do a live stream, a better live stream tour of this. But if you're looking to look at actually this layout a little bit better, just go to my channel and it's going to be one of my most recent videos in the last couple months that shows the condo downtown. It's awesome. Hope you guys check it out. If you're interested in working with us, you should be. Don't judge us. Don't judge us by the walkthrough and what we just dealt with tech issues. But
the fact that you're trying to do a walkthrough while
right?
you're live,
I don't see anybody else.
I don't think that's ever happened before. So like,
I don't see anybody else doing it. So
to you, girl.
So would love to work with you guys. My phone number, direct phone number to my phone is on the bottom of that screen. Text me, call me, whatever I can do for you. Would love to help you. Amber and I are here. We don't care if you're moving now or 10 years from now. We want to help you buy your home in Las Vegas. We want to get you started on your investment journey or get your butt here because we know where you are is not where you want to be. Where you want to be is right here in
Absolutely.
our neon
Why wouldn't you
hometown.
want to be in Vegas?
All right, guys. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Some more videos coming on my channel. Be sure you're subscribed to both of us and we'll talk to you soon.